just saw a video clip as I walked into the studio of from The Office. Remember The Office with, what's his name? Oh, doggone it. I'm drawing a blank. Steve Carell. Great TV series and really groundbreaking. And they had a creepy character named Creed. And Creed goes up to the Office good guy, Jim. And the caption to the clip says, "Every conservative right now." And Creed would be the conservative. And he goes over behind Jim, and he kind of rubs his shoulders, and he just says, "One more week." And Jim has got that startled, befuddled look on his face that he always had when he looked into the camera. Less than a week. It's Tuesday, January 14th. We're counting down. Our national nightmare is coming to an end. Our national train wreck. What did J.D. Vance call the Biden presidency? The dumpster fire is about to be extinguished. Meanwhile, the real flames are still devouring California. There are all kinds of drama about, how dare you criticize the L.A. Fire Department? How dare you criticize Democrats? You're a racist if you do so. They've managed to have a healthy dose of race baiting injected into the debate over why they can't put the fires out in California in Los Angeles County. More on that in just a moment. But back to the inauguration for a second, because I'm dying to know what you think about something. And I'm bothered by this because I'm bothered that I'm not bothered that the flags for Jimmy Carter, which are lowered to half staff per tradition and protocol, would be raised to full staff for the Trump inauguration. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has already ordered U.S. flags in the Lone Star State to be flown at full staff on Inauguration Day. Now, Biden, of course, issued a directive, and it's kind of, I don't know how many days it is. I want to say it's 30 days. I believe 30 days after a president dies, we lower flags to half staff. And you know my old adage about how it all depends on whose ox is being gored. When the day comes when Trump passes away in 100 years, we would want the flags lowered to half staff for 30 days, regardless of an inauguration. And here's my glitch. Here's the obstacle. Here's my blind spot, perhaps. And you straighten me out if I'm missing the boat here. It seems to me that the flags at half staff during Trump's inauguration doesn't diminish Trump's inauguration one bit. Everybody knows why the flags are at half staff. Now, I bounced this off my buddy Mark Davis in Dallas this morning, and Mark said, well, it's about the optics, and Trump is always about optics, always. He wants to make sure everything looks good, feels good, sounds good, is presented right. He's a showman. It's who he is. And Mark's point was President Trump probably feels that to Trump haters, flags at half staff are symbolic of the incoming presidency. I mean, last night, Jimmy Kimmel, through his tears, called Trump our alleged future president. He's not even the future president. He's our alleged future president. So I think Trump is looking at it saying, look, for the flags to be at half staff on Inauguration Day, we're giving the Jimmy Kimmels of the world what they want. They want a symbol of what they think should be our national mourning over my reelection. And so the flags ought to be at full staff. And look, I understand, and I know that Jimmy Carter was clearly one of the worst presidents in American history. I appreciate the drama and the debate about what kind of person he was. He did a lot of good with Habitat for Humanity. I don't have any personal opinion of him. The man has passed away, and, I don't like talking about the dead, quite bluntly. But it does seem disrespectful to Carter's memory, and maybe to Democrats, for an expectation that we would raise the flags on Inauguration Day. And again, maybe I have a blind spot. I am absolutely willing to stipulate that I'm out to lunch on this one, so I'm going to turn to you at 800-655-MIKE and find out what you think as we kick off things in the Relief Factor studio for a Tuesday, January 14th, 2025. 800-655-MIKE, 800-655-6453. Do you care? Does it bother you? I mean, it's one more talking point for the Trump-hating universe to blast him. Look how petty he is. Look how cruel he's being. Look how mean-spirited he's being. You know, Jimmy Carter just died. Keep the flags at half-staff, even on Inauguration Day. Or do you think he's right? It doesn't look good. Let's not give the loony left what they want, and let's raise the flags to full staff for that one day only. What do you think? Let's find out. 800-655-6453. Hope you join us.
Mike Gallagher.
I know that there's a big, supposed bombshell with the Jack Smith special counsel report. This ghoul, this fiend. I've got some choice words for him and this report. We're not going to spend a lot of time on that, but I will get to it here in a little bit. And I don't want to spend a lot of time on this flag issue either, because it's a bit of a distraction, I guess. I'm just intrigued by how you feel about it. Great text from Doug in Peoria, Arizona. Hey, hi, my friend. I love your show. As far as I'm concerned, I think raising the flag for the day, on Inauguration Day, then lowering it again is no big deal. Having a president sworn in, as well as a president passing away in the same month, is something I'm not sure has happened before. I do think it did happen before. Didn't it happen with, didn't Harry S. Truman, I think, died right before Reagan's inauguration, and I think the flag stayed at half-staff, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe somebody can fact-check me on that. But Doug says, let us celebrate our nation and our president taking the oath of office basically at the same time. And it's a good point. I get it. Here's California sends a text. Mike, I think it would be okay for everyone to raise the flag on Inauguration Day and then restore it to the next day out of respect. It should be up to the individual states to make their choice on that. In that way, we're paying respect to the institution of the presidency in both ways. See, that's my problem. I don't see how the flags at half-staff on Inauguration Day would be in any way disrespectful to President Trump. That's what I'm not understanding. Again, we just lost, a president. And that is, the flag code. Tracy found it somewhere. The flag should fly at half-staff for 30 days at all federal buildings, grounds, and naval vessels throughout the United States and its territories and possessions after the death of the president or a former president. It seems to me, and I'm trying to be objective and I'm trying to be fair here. I always am. I always try. Sometimes I fall short. But objectively speaking, this feels disrespectful to Carter, and I don't believe it would have been disrespectful to Trump if the flag stayed, if this had, not been made an issue. But maybe you see it differently. Many do, and I get it. Kentucky, Louisville. God bless Governor Abbott of Texas for celebrating on Inauguration Day the approaching end of the invasion of our borders. All right, let's see what you think. Steve in Modesto, California. Hi, Steve. Welcome. How are you? Steve, you there?
Okay. Oh, yeah, I am. I'm in Colorado, actually.
Oh, I've got California on the screen. Sorry about that, caller.
Yeah, that's where my phone's from.
Are you on speaker, Steve? Hey, Steve, are you on speaker?
No.
Weird.
I can go on speaker.
No, I don't know what's going on. You sound like you're kind of in an echo chamber here. Let's see if we can get a better line with you there, because your connection's pretty bad. Linda's in Georgia. Hey, Linda.
Hello. Good morning.
How are you?
I am great. Hope you're doing okay.
If I was any better, it'd be illegal.
I know. I never miss you. Never.
Thank you.
I always see your show.
Thank you.
But I am calling about the flag.
Yes, ma'am.
Flying it at half-staff on Inauguration Day. I actually am going to have mine at full staff. I think that's the right thing to do for President Trump.
You got it. You're like, you're sort of like what people are saying. Hey, let's celebrate his inauguration, put it up full staff that day, and then lower it again the day after. Let's see what others have to say. Pablo's in Cocoa Beach, Florida. Hi, Pablo.
How you doing?
Good. How you?
Look, I'm doing well. Better than I deserve.
Attaboy.
That's a whole nother thing. Anyway, look, the whole thing is this. President Trump comes from the world of media. He understands them. He understands their methods. He's going to be worried about optics because he knows that's what they're going to do against him.
Yeah, you're right, and that I guess they're. But who would use the optics? I guess of. I mean, are they actually saying? Are they going to try to convince people that the flags are at half-staff because of Trump's inauguration and not because of Jimmy Carter's death? Nobody's going to believe that.
No. It's just going to say it's symbolic.
Yeah.
It's indicative.
I get it. I get it.
Words to that effect.
Yeah, no, I get it, Pablo. Look, that's what Florida just texted me. It's the optics, Mike. Having a flag at half-staff on Trump's inauguration day sends the wrong picture to around the world. I understand it. I do. I appreciate the argument. Maybe this is just one of those things that doesn't bother me the way it bothers you, or maybe it even bothers President Trump, which... perhaps I'm out of step on this, and I'm not fully invested in it. Look, great things are going to happen Monday. Carrie Underwood's going to sing. Carrie Underwood. You know what a big deal that is? To have an A-lister like her sing America the Beautiful? I can't believe how different the tone is this time around than where we were in 2017 at the start of President Trump's first term.